Hello, BookTube. I have a Friday mail haul for you here, just a few packages on a bright, mercifully warm and humid afternoon. Just delightful, delightful. I have confirmed once again in the course of the day. Today has been the closest. It's been in the 80s. The closest that Boston has come to 90 in quite some time. And I have confirmed what I've suspected all along, which is that Frida is really not a warm weather dog. She really is not. She loves it. She's perfectly comfortable here, bathing in sunlight or short walks out and about under the tree shade. But going for long walks in the heat, she's seriously laboring pretty much right away. I don't know what to do about that. We're long since past the point where it's just that she's acclimating. I think it might have something to do with just the way she is. She just might not prefer the heat. It used to be like that myself. But anyway, let's see what we have here. We have no boxes, no cardboard of any kind. Just 4 packages. Shouldn't take long at all. Okay. Wow, this is a pretty thing, that's for sure. And it's a January book. We have a 2020 book. Wow. Okay, so this is a debut for January, mid-January 2020. This is by Raymond Fleischman, and it is called How Quickly She Disappears. Look at that. That is nice. An intricately plotted literary thriller set in the 1940s Alaskan bush. This novel is a gripping meditation on madness, obsession, loneliness, grief, centered on an isolated young mother and an enigmatic stranger who has taken up a deep and disturbing interest in her and her missing sister. The year is 1941, and Elizabeth Fotz is living temporarily in Tanacross, Alaska. The remoteness of the region and her loveless marriage buoyed only by the presence of her precocious young daughter. In Margaret, Elizabeth feels the invisible presence of her own twin sister Jacqueline, who disappeared without a trace when she and Elizabeth were just 11 years old. Then a German bush pilot lands unexpectedly on Tanacross's tiny gravel airstrip. After befriending Elizabeth, he commits an inexplicable act of violence, followed by a startling revelation. He knows exactly what happened to Elizabeth's sister, and we reveal the truth only if Elizabeth fulfills 3 requests. Okay, so what do we know about Raymond Fleischman? He got his MFA from Ohio State University, and he's earned scholarships and fellowships from Richard Hugo House, the Sewanee Writers Conference, and others. Wow, okay. All right, fantastic. So we start off with a fiction debut for mid-January 2020. That seems like a long way off. All right, let's move on here. Let's got a big floppy one here. Let's see what this thing is. Oh my. Okay, this is a November book. Oh my. It is in a way a Regency book. This is by Hilary Davidson, and it is Dress in the Age of Jane Austen, from the great folks at Yale University Press. A comprehensive and beautifully illustrated examination of Regency fashion through the lens of Jane Austen's life and writings. So this is going to be not only, oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that. So it's not just, this is what I was expecting it would be, fashion illustrations that were popular at the time. But it's not just that. It's also fashion as revealed in art. Oh man. Fantastic. All right, so this has not only paintings, it also has the articles themselves. The actual stuff that people wore. Look at that. There's winter clothing. Fantastic. Okay, and this will be through the lens of Jane Austen's life. That is great. Oh boy, this is the sort of thing I just eat up. Okay, fantastic. So that is mid-November. It's utterly fascinating to me, but I am going to wait. I'm not going to do a mid-November book right away. So let's just move on. We've only got 2 more to go here. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right, this is another advanced copy. This is a double of something that we've seen already. This is, let's see here. Do we have a date on this? No? Yes? No? Maybe? August. This comes out in August. We've seen this already. It's by Steve Kavanaugh, and it's 13. And it's the serial killer isn't on trial, he's on the jury. Oh, designed with a brand new cover. Oh, that might be why. I can't remember what the old cover looked like, but that might be why they reissued the advance copy. Kavanagh is one of Ireland's leading civil rights attorneys, or he was, before retiring earlier this year to write full-time. And that's what this book is. This is the trial of the century. A famous movie star is accused of murdering his wife in their Manhattan home. Juror Joshua Kane has the best seat in the house, and he killed to be there. And I think I remember commenting last time, thrillers necessarily require a huge suspension of disbelief. And this one's going to require that. So I think this is going to be new cover artwork. I'm trying to remember what the old one looked like. Maybe it ran straight down the cover. I'm not remembering clearly. But either way, that's great. And then I'm always up for a thriller. And then we'll do this last one. It is a big priority mail envelope. So it could be a finished copy. And since it's priority mail, it also could be from one of you. And that would be... You've been sending me a lot of books. You people have been sending me a lot of books. You're the nicest people in the world. I'm not sure that we want to keep that up. But what have we got? Oh, no, it's 2 books. Oh, okay. Okay, great. Fantastic. Oh, all right. Oh, this is from the Vineyard Gazette. The Martha's Vineyard Gazette is a wonderful old broadsheet newspaper that is put out on Martha's Vineyard. And I am their book reviewer, and this is a couple of things I'm going to need. The first one is by a Vineyard fiction institution, Jean Stone. This is her latest book, Vineyard Summer, which comes out in July, and I'll be reviewing it. You'll be able to, if you're on the vineyard and you're vacationing, you won't be getting away from me that easy. You'll be able to see my review. This is a sequel to her A Vineyard Christmas, which I don't think I did review. After a winter spent writing her latest novel, Annie looks forward to a summer with friends who have become like the family she never had. But then her landlord announces that his grandson will be moving into her cozy Chappaquiddick cottage, and she'll be moving out. Year-round island housing is tough to find at any time. In summer, it's nearly impossible. Shaken by the thought of being forced to leave the people and community she's grown to love, Annie seeks distraction in the 4th of July celebrations and stumbles upon a young woman who's unconscious on her front lawn and barely alive. I have read many Jean Stone novels, and this is the first one I've ever reviewed, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And the next one here we've seen already. This is a finished copy of David Blight's great biography of Frederick Douglass. This is a delight to have. I believe I was sent it because David Blight is going to be one of the guests of honor at the Martha's Vineyard Book Festival. And that's coming up. There's a roster of great authors giving talks, doing interviews. I'll be doing some of the interviewing. And if you're on the Vineyard, or if you're in New England and you're thinking about taking in a great book festival, book your time now and coincide it. Just look it up. Look up the Martha's Vineyard Book Festival, because it's a pretty good lineup this time around. Of course, tragically, Tony Horwitz, whose fantastic new book, Spying on the South, is about Frederick Law Olmsted, was going to be one of those guests of honor and then unexpectedly died. So there's going to be a slight pall over the proceedings. I'm hoping it's not that bad. He wouldn't have wanted there to be a dark pall over the proceedings, so I'm hoping that happens. But anyway, that is great. Wow. Okay. Any chance I have, I will reread this Frederick Douglass book. I've read it twice already. I'll gladly reread it. It's so good. So there you go. That is a nice warm Friday mail haul. We have Frederick Douglass, an oldie but a goodie. How Quickly She Disappears, a thriller that is set in Alaska and comes out in 2020. 13, a thriller that's set on a jury in Manhattan. A Vineyard Summer by Jean Stone. She's an institution. Can't wait to read this one. And The Dress in the Age of Jane Austen, which is a big, lavishly illustrated Regency haberdashery volume for when was that? November. Fantastic. Okay. Well, there you go. That's the mail for this afternoon. I don't think there'll be anything else, so we might have to wait until tomorrow for more packages to open together. But I'll see you then. Thank you, BookTube.